Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So, today we are talking Xscape, you guys. Today we are talking about Tocha Scott, who is finally speaking out because, as you guys know, there was controversy over the weekend because Latasha showed up over the weekend, you guys. I believe it was the Soul Train Awards because their Xscape is being honored for like lifetime achievement or whatever. So therefore they're going to be, you know how it usually goes on these award shows, like they'll get a group of artists to do the tributes usually, and then the actual artist being honored, they'll come out and do their own set of like 3 or 4 songs as well. However, Latasha showed up in the red carpet. Everybody had on like some type of sparkly type of number, sparkly type of dress of some sort. And in comes Tasha in like this green dress, you guys. And so it caused all this drama. Candy, obviously is not about to be blamed once again for any beef that is happening in the group. So she went to social media to explain the situation and explain that Tasha is using a different stylist from the rest of the group and this and that. And there was just a lot of heat over the past couple days, you guys. There was a lot of heat. Even Tasha's sister, who usually is 10 toes down for her, Tamika, was even like, listen, some of the shenanigans that's going on, like, I am just not here for it. We need to be mature. We are grown women now. Like, we got to stop this petty nonsense, essentially, is what she was saying overall. So, with that, now finally Tasha comes out, you guys. Now Tasha finally comes out, and my speculation was always, because it's not just the issue of the wardrobe, right? The issue also is Tasha is no longer on this Xscape tour, you guys. So they're currently performing as a trio, with it being Tiny, Candy, and Tamika as the trio for these appearances and these concerts and so forth. And Tasha did show up for, of course, the award ceremony, since the group as a whole is being honored, right? So she takes to social media, she takes to her Instagram stories, and she says the following. She says, first of all, I'd like to apologize to all the fans. It is so unfortunate that I have to tell my truth this way. However, in this new space, I won't be silenced by who has the bigger following. If I don't say anything, I'm dragged. And if I do say something, I'm dragged. So here it goes. Me having my own stylist initially came when the group was at odds with the original stylist about being overcharged. The group as a whole felt a way about it, so then when they decided to use him again, I had already made the decision to work with someone else to avoid the confusion. We've done 3 shows together that my stylist styled me, and the other ladies wore looks that were by their stylist, which were all in sync, just like the performance look from the awards. My stylist and their stylist was in contact all week about the performance look, so I do not see how the same info wasn't shared for the red carpet. Had any of my quote sisters come to my defense, it wouldn't have gone this far. Instead, they watch me being dragged on the internet as if I'm the problem or this was done intentionally, which is untrue. And so then she also gave another story where she posted a statement as to why she is no longer on the tour, you guys. And she says the following. She says, the reason I am not doing the tour is because the promoter the girls are on tour with threatened my husband's life. The promoter was initially brought to the table by my husband for a few shows. 2 of the ladies had COVID on the show dates, and my sister and I performed alone in Atlanta, and the other show we had to pull out of. That's where the deal went left over a situation that could have been resolved. The promoter then referenced getting my husband's quote head touched and me being a widow. Would you have gone on tour with him? If that was any of their husbands, they definitely wouldn't have done the tour either, which I would have supported. Like I told them in management, I'm available for any dates that doesn't include that particular promoter. I choose family and loyalty over everything, but when my sister chooses to disrespect our mother on a public platform, I literally couldn't stomach it, and we haven't spoken since. I am trusting God will restore and bring my family back together. This just hurts, with a heartbroken emoji, you guys. And this is just sad, you guys. This is just sad. I hate when there's family drama. I hate that once again that there's Xscape drama, because It took 20 plus years practically for them to even be back on one accord, and Tamika having to do the public apology to Candy. And remember, you guys, the first set of issues back then why Xscape broke up the first place was because Tasha's husband was in her ear like, hey, you need to be solo, like, hey, you're the baddest, like, you need to be the solo, you need to venture out and do this career. And then that's what started to affect the group. And once again, we have another situation that involves the husband. And it's like, okay, why are you bringing people onto these events that you have not properly vetted, you guys? Why are you bringing somebody that is, somebody your husband knows, but then he flips the script once he gets the opportunity and is like, hey, I'm going to kill you. Like, that is not acceptable, you guys. That is not acceptable at all. But I'm trying to understand why Tasha is blaming the other group members on behalf of this promoter when it is her husband who is responsible for this promoter being involved with Xscape in the first place, you guys. Like where is the energy for your husband that is saying, hey, you put us in this situation by bringing somebody shady on to the tour? Where is that energy, you guys? Like, I'm supposed to take these statements and I'm supposed to be mad at Candy, Tamika, and Tiny because they're not, featuring this foolishness. But I just don't know what Tasha wants us to do with this, because this again brings another example to where her husband is involved trying to infiltrate into Xscape business, and it always goes left. And this is no different than 20 plus years ago. At what point can you say to your husband, hey, let's keep, your recommendations separate, and, let me get this bag. Let me continue to tour with the ladies. There was no reason to bring on, this particular promoter, right? This wasn't, supposed to be, a thing. But again, your husband, wants to get a bag somehow, wants to be recognized for something somehow. So things always go left when his suggestions are taken, you guys. And that's what the real issue is. The women, the group members, are not the issue, you guys. The issue in the case specifically regarding this is, in regards to the husband. In regards to the husband, and as far as the red carpet snafu, at the end of the day, there's Tasha's side, there's the group member side, there are the stylist sides on both sides of the coin, and then somewhere in the middle is the truth, you guys. Because if the stylist was aware of what the, scheme and the theme of the different dresses and outfits or have you, of what the ladies were going to be wearing to coordinate, if they were in constant communication and you guys happen to be in the same, coordinated outfits for your performance, why was the red carpet look different? Like I feel like there's something missing from that story, because if you presumably are on the same page on what the performance look is supposed to be, you presumably would know the red carpet look is supposed to look something, along, you would have that information. And everybody knows as of late, for the most part, Xscape always does these like sparkly type of numbers and combinations, whether it's for a performance or whether it's for a red carpet event. So I am confused as to why there is such discord and cluelessness. Do we know if Tasha really did know and she just said, you know what, I'm not interested in this outfit, I don't like this look or whatever, so I'm gonna go with something different? Like how do we know she didn't do that behind the scenes? Or how do we know her husband was like, hey, since the group's not featuring you, you need to stand out. You need to stand out and not follow, the coin, because obviously it's not going to look right if your performance look is different from theirs. So why don't you make a statement on the red carpet and wear something green that does not match any of the sparkly outfits the other three ladies are going to be wearing for the pictures, interviews, and video, so that way you can make your presence known, you guys. Like that's literally what I feel like is happening, because that's how much this husband wants recognition for something as it pertains to Xscape, you guys. He wants credit for something as it pertains to Xscape or Tasha, you know, somehow separating herself in the group in some capacity, right? Whether it's she's not getting enough leads on songs, whether it's she needs to be solo from the group, whether there needs to be a different stylist for her, whether there needs to be, you know, a specific promoter that he recommends so that he can get the credit, so that he can get the percentage of whatever the ladies are making on the show versus, you know, what the promoter gets as well. He wants that credit, and it keeps ruining Latasha's bag. It keeps ruining Latasha's back. So at what point is she going to hold her husband accountable for sabotaging her? Like when is that coming, you guys? Is what I want to know. Because all this sounds to me is this husband of hers cannot stay out of her ear, cannot stay, and it's fine for your spouses to hype you up, to gas you up, to want you to be the best and do the best in everything that your heart desires. But there's a difference between hyping you up and sabotaging, right? There's a difference between hyping you up and canceling your bags, right? And this is another situation. So I just want to know when Tasha's going to have that conversation that, hey, my husband's responsible for a lot of drama in the group because he feels that he is the fifth member of Xscape. Like, let's just keep it a buck, you guys. So there is that. But please let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.